so this meeting will be conducted in English only. Please can members refrain from using the chat function and instead use the hand-raised icon to indicate when you want to speak. Please remember to keep your microphone muted when you are not talking. If we move on to the agenda, then item 1. Welcome and apologies. Dominic, do we have any apologies?
We've had apologies from Councillor Anthony Bird.
Thank you. Moving on to item 2, are we quorum? Derek Harrison, Monitoring Officer, are we quorumed?
Yes, we are, Chair.
Thank you. Moving on to agenda item 3, declarations of interest. Do members have any interest to declare that not on the agenda?
Chair, if I can assist then really with that. Councillor Elizabeth Haynes has a prejudicial interest in relation to the dispensation report, which is agenda number 8 on your agenda, and that's in relation to the application made by herself and made by her sister, and she will be leaving the meeting when that item is being discussed. If I could ask Councillor Haynes to confirm that interest, please. Thank you.
Yes, I confirm that interest.
I'm not aware of any other interest, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you both for that. Moving on to agenda item 4, the minutes of our last meeting, which was held on the 3rd of March 2022. Members, could you please state whether you have anything to raise in relation to the minutes? If not, I'll take them as agreed. No, I'll take those minutes as agreed then, thank you. Agenda item 5, update on action.
Excuse me, Chair, before you move forward, I did put my hand up. There is a discrepancy in the one part in 3.1. My name is spelt wrong, and then it's spelt right in the bottom half of it. So, yeah, I know it's only a typo, but yeah.
Thank you for that. That's might be a typo, but it's quite an important typo. Any other comments on the minutes? Okay, I'll take them as agreed then and move on to update of our actions. Can you please state whether, members, can you please state whether you have anything to raise in relation to the action sheet? If not, can we move on?
Chair, if I can just raise one point, it's in relation to the second action. Members will recall that they wanted to write to the leaders of political groups to encourage attendance at the training, and I gave advice that it would be better if that's done after the elections. Just to confirm, we've had the training, and I am meeting with the chair after this meeting in relation to this new duty in any event on leaders of political groups in terms of their duty to promote good conduct by members. So I think it would be advisable for us to, for me then, when I contact the political groups in relation, leaders in relation to that duty, to indicate to them then the importance of attending training. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you for that. Do we have any other comments? No, thank you. If we move on to agenda item 6 in the programme of work. Derek Harris, Monitoring Officer, could you please present your report?
Yes, thank you. This programme of work is submitted to the committee at every meeting and is there for you to have a look and to make any comments as considered necessary. You'll see that these are standard items. We've got the whistleblowing policy. That hasn't been looked at since 2018, so that's something you may want to consider asking for a report on from the HR. There's members training is done there as well, and just to confirm that there was a significant package for members in relation to training in May 2020 following the elections, and that included training on the Code of Conduct, which many of you will have attended. The protocols, well, to consider reviewing the local protocol and procedure, that was last reviewed and amended last year. The standards conference, you'll be aware that that was, the last one was 9th of February, so don't anticipate one coming up shortly. The annual report, that was submitted as well following the last Ethics and Standards Committee meeting to Council in the summer, and that was following the new requirement now under the Local Government and Elections Wales Act for the is a statutory requirement now to produce an annual report. So the next one then will be in the summer of next year. You'll also be aware that the committee did receive a report then in September 2021 in relation to the changes introduced by the Local Government Elections Wales Act insofar it relates to the Ethics and Standards Committee. And just to let you know, I'm meeting with the Chair following this meeting to discuss how we can liaise with the leaders of the political groups in view of this new duty upon the leaders to promote good standards. And of course the Ethics and Standards Committee has a requirement to monitor compliance by leaders in relation to that duty. So I've got no further comments unless any members wish to comment on the... Sorry, I've just realised that I don't know whether my mic was on.
Did everybody hear it? Gareth, all right?
Oh, good.
Yes, I heard everything.
Lovely,
Good, thank you.
Does anybody have any comments to make on the programme of work?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward. It's normally what we do at our committees every year. So I think it's the right way forward, and we continually challenge what's happening. So I think it's right. I'm quite happy with it.
Thank you. Any other comments? Can we agree the recommendation then that the draft programme of work for 2022-2023 set out in Appendix 1?
I'm in agreement, yeah.
Can we accept that? Okay, thank you very much. Moving on then. Members' attendance, agenda item 7. Dominic Redmond, can you please present your report?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. So this is an annual report which updates the committee on the level of attendance of elected members at committees and the level of attendance of elected members at policy seminar sessions. The reporting period is May 21 to May 22, and the data is presented in summary form at Appendix 1 to the report. It gives a clear representation of attendance for each member in each committee. So you'll note from the data that many of the members have left within the reporting period, but as I've mentioned, it's an annual report which will be presented to the committee again next year. And then the recommendation is on page 21 of the report, which asks members to review the reported attendance. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Do we have any comments on this?
Oh yeah, if I may. So all the leaders of the political groups will actually see that, won't they? They will receive that before the meeting. That's arranged.
Yeah, I think following the meeting last year, we did share the report with leaders of political groups. The report is public anyway and is published online. But I think following the meeting last year, we did share it with the leaders of each political group.
Thank you. I thought the way that the report was presented was quite readable, and I did like the graphs, which made it fairly simple to understand, to see what's going on. I don't know if anybody else has got any more comments.
I'd just really like to say I've over the years I've been a councillor for many years, and I think that the ability to hold meetings hybrid has, to me, the attendance looks like it's improved for a while, and long may that reign, because you know, we are tasked with making some really important decisions and choices and putting forward ideas for scrutiny. So hopefully the level of members' attendance remains quite high and improves.
Thank you for that. A thought just occurred to me. I was wondering if there's been any marked improvement in attendance since hybrid meetings have come in, if that's made a positive difference.
Yes, it has, yeah, and I think we referred to that last year when the report came to committee. There was a notable improvement in attendance following hybrid meetings.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Chair, it's Roger here. I was just wondering if it would be helpful for future reports if we could mark which of the members are no longer councillors. You know, if it's just an asterisk or something like that on the graph, just to make it obvious. That's all.
Thank you. I think, is that possible? Yeah. Yeah, that can be done. Thank you very much. Any other comments? No? Can we accept the recommendation at paragraph 6.1 then?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. We move on then to agenda item 8, which is members' dispensation in respect of members' small schemes. I have two. This is where Councillor Haynes must leave the meeting, I feel.
Councillor Haynes can stay for the first one. Councillor
Right.
Bennett and then leave.
Okay.
after that.
Thank you. Dealing with the first one then. Councillor Ronald Burnett, Pontypridd Male Voice Choir, £200. Councillor is a member of the choir. Can we agree that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that, yeah.
Thank you. This is where Councillor Haynes has to leave the meeting. She's
Already
still,
left,
okay.
yeah.
So, Councillor Haynes, Victory Church, £500. Sister is a member of the grocery store along with other family members. Are we happy to approve that?
I am, because most of us are involved in the process, and we. Thank you.
Okay. And Councillor Catherine Bonner, SDW Community Group. Sister is chair of the community group and have close relationships. Excuse me, put my teeth back in. Sister is the chair of the community group, have other close relationships to that committee. Members, Councillor is also a member of the group.
I was just wondering, Chair, what SDW stands for. Is it St Giles something?
Yeah, it could be something like that, because I think that's the area you represent.
Yeah.
What the other bit is, I don't really know, but yeah.
It stands for St Giles Ward.
Oh,
Alright.
simple as that.
Are we happy to agree that?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Thank you for that. I think that's all I've got on the agenda. In which case, thank you all very much for coming. Try and stay warm and dry in the cold rain. And I'll close the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you for a good meeting this morning, Andrew. Thank you.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
Cheers.